Well, hey everyone. Decided to do a little review. Not necessarily like a points review, but just some issues that I've had with this little lantern here. Purchased it about 4 years ago at Walmart. I think I paid like 19 bucks. This is a single mantle propane lantern made by Ozark Trail. And I was kind of messing with it the other day. I went through my Coleman stuff and then grabbed this little guy. It seemed like a nice thing. I mean, single mantle, kind of economical, and propane. So the mantle that was installed on it it had holes in it because it had been sitting around for so long. So I decided to replace the mantles. I didn't have any more in the box, so I ordered some more, and this is a direct replacement, a number 51 slip-on. This is a Coleman, obviously. And the only concern I really see with this lantern is the fact that this one has an igniter button. And so it generates a spark in order to light it, to ignite it. So the problem with that is while going through the paperwork, it gives you instructions on how to install this bonnet style mantle. And let me see if I can get a hands free right now. Okay, so kind of like this. There's a groove right there at the bottom, and then you got your gas ports in this mantle tube, and then there's an upper groove right there. And so the bottom part of the bonnet must fit into the lower groove, and the top part of the mantle must fit in the upper groove to create this kind of, well, bonnet shape, whatever you want to call it. If you see in the circle, they actually show the only picture with the igniter, and the igniter in the lantern is set up to spark inside the bonnet. And so how are you supposed to get this mantle on with the igniter, almost right up against the tube? There's a little gap. It has to have a gap in order to spark. And it says over here, on igniter lanterns, the mantle fabric should lay under the electrode wire. So, I mean, in this picture, that looks possible. But if you look at the lantern, the wire right there, it actually comes straight up and then goes in towards the mantle tube. And there's really no way to put the mantle underneath the tube. You could see, I'm trying to do this looking at my phone. You could see right here underneath the mesh of the mantle, kind of a shaded, that's the spark tube right there, piezoelectric tube igniter inside. I had to actually put the mantle on through one of the holes of the mantle. And anybody knows that if you have a hole that, in a mantle, that it creates more heat and it could bust the globe. I took the globe off temporarily so that you could see the mantle better. Anyways, personally, I've even tried to ignite this thing, and I've tried it with the globe on, with the globe off. I have never been able to get this. You can see the spark. See it? Really close in there. Yeah. But nothing. And just to let you know that the gas is on. Okay. So, other than that, it's a nice lantern. If you think that the igniter is a nice little feature when you're looking at these, I would get the one without the igniter, because basically it's really awkward trying to get that Mantle on correctly without, you can see it glowing inside. And it just, who was thinking of this? I mean, the lower groove is right at the bottom there. I mean, so anyways, I'm thinking about just getting some diagonal cutters and cutting that wire just above the insulator right there and getting rid of it because it's useless. So other than that, the unit itself is nice because as you can see, I have it really low. It's very controllable. It gets fairly bright for a single match. It runs approximately 12 hours. I'm not sure if that's on high or medium, but that's what it says in the manual. On one propane canister. Um, this chain is decent. Coleman makes, they don't even make it. They have their own version of this. It looks almost identical, slight differences, both made in China. Um, so I mean, if I don't want to be all upset about not being able to use the auto ignite, I'm fairly happy with this unit. It'd be really easy to install the bonnets without that electrode wire in there. So yeah, I'm just going to cut it off. But you're supposed to hang this from the chain, and I'm not going to put the globe on because without both hands I may damage the mantle that's in there because they're so sensitive. So that caps up, and you got the globe in there, and it's a pretty cool little light. I tried it out last night outside, and it's decent. It gives you a nice warm glow, and you have it out by some patio chairs and a table in the dark, and it would be nice, with a few friends out there. And so I looked on Amazon, and Coleman has this listed on the site, but they were out of stock. Not sure if that means that they aren't carrying them anymore. And I haven't really looked in Walmart store to see if they even carry these anymore. Like I said, I purchased this 4 years ago. It is November of 2019 right now. And I like to have things ready if there's an emergency, and I want to know that it's going to work and how to use it. And like I could be at work and something happens and my wife has to use it and she's trying to figure it out. And I'm telling you how frustrating that it's built with this igniter, and it doesn't even work. So the chain is obviously meant to be hung on something. It's more than strong enough to handle the weight of this unit. That also comes with, it actually doesn't come, but they have some replacement parts recommended. Let's see. Oh, it's on the front. Excuse me for waving my camera all around. Okay, on the front page of the owner's manual, there's the model number 7035IZT. You got this little goodie right here, which is the foot or the stand that is optional to purchase for the propane canister if you want to use it as a tabletop. Now, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to, but that dude's not going to fall down unless you knock it down. Of course, I don't know. I have other lanterns that have this same foot, and if I really needed to, I'd just pull that out and use it. So other than that, if you're going to purchase this and you're thinking that the igniter feature is a cool feature, well, think again. I saw one other video of somebody reviewing this item, and he kept trying to light this thing using that little button, and he could not get it to light. And he was an older guy, and he's getting real frustrated and all. He'd had it for about a year, bought it from Walmart also, same exact brand name, the Ozark Trail. And he just said, I'm going to box it up. I've had it for a year. I've had it for a while. Hopefully they'll give me my money back because, it's useless to me. But, pull out the old trusty lighter and it fires up just fine. So that's about all I have on my review of this. Hopefully it helps you out and it enables you to make a decision, on purchasing one of these guys.